Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we will be talking about AEM important concept, important modules that you must be aware because based upon these concept only the functionality of AEM works. So we will be talking about first of all what is a resource mapping. So there are number of resources. So how those resources are mapped. So whenever there is a request, which resource is to be served, it is done using resource mapping. So all the redirects, all the vanity URL, virtual host, all are defined using this resource mapping technique. So again, in terms of all the resources, again AEM site from visitors utilize resource mapping for all requests, and all the requests they start with the prefix /content. So using this, all the resource mapping, all the requests, all the hosts, those are mapped to the appropriate resource. So it start from /content, and then again after that whatever resource needs to be fetched, it is fetched from there. Then the other very important question is in terms of design pattern. So which design pattern, as you know that design patterns are basically used to solve a particular kind of problem. So in design pattern, it is not specific to a particular language, it is basically a technique. So there are number of design patterns. We have structural design patterns, then we have creative design patterns, creational design patterns, then there we have a design pattern through which different objects communicate with each other. So based upon that, the design pattern that is used in AEM is OSGI. So again, it's a module based design pattern. So different modules. Again, if I talk about modules or component, so modules are basically business logic that is capable of resolving one type of problem. So these modules or these bundles are installed in OSGI, and then these bundles are capable of communicating with other bundles also. Then what is the difference between bundle and package? So bundle consists of Java classes, bundle consists of logic, so through which we are going to solve a particular problem. But in case of package, so package consists of different assets, different modules. So whenever we want to transfer data from one AEM instance to another, we use this package. So package is zip file that contains content in the form of a file system. And in case of bundle, we have actual code. We have, these are a collection of tightly coupled dynamic loadable classes, jars, configuration files. Then if we talk about the next thing, what is sling? So sling is a very important concept in AEM, and all the web-based web application part where you are fetching the data from, we just talked about mapping. So whatever mapping is to be done, it is used based upon the content folder, or you can see the content path should be there within whenever you are going to get any data from your Java content repository. So what all the types of web applications that are mostly content based can be developed using the Sling framework. Then the very important thing, what is a replication agent? Now replication agent means that is capable of replicating the content. So as per the architecture, AEM has authors and AEM has publishers. Whatever data you want to publish, it should be authored first. So all the authoring part is done in one instance. Once authoring part is done, with the help of replication agent, it is transferred to different publication agent, and based upon that these items are served to the user. Even the cache, so if you talk about dispatcher, so again it works as a load balancer, plus it also works as a caching agent. So it cache all the content, and then whatever is frequently accessed pages, it stores in its cache, and then it is provided to different publishers. So in case if there is anything thing that is not required, this replication agent can also flush it. So remove everything from the cache. Then workflow. So whenever we are going to manage website, web applications in at large scale, there are few items that are again that can be replicated, that are step by step process. So for those things, this workflow comes into the picture, where we create a workflow for all the repetitive tasks that a human needs to be done. So those, because those are rule based tasks, and again it is done automatically in AEM. Then if we talk about AEM Explorer, so it's Application Explorer mission, which is developed for readers with low eyesight, physical limitations, learning and attention impairments. The next and very important thing is, what is an AEM component? So if you talk about AEM components, it consists of, first of all, a component is something that is capable of doing one particular task. So a AEM component consists of some HTML code that is called cyclically. It should have a design dialog that is capable of giving the option to the user to control that component. Then we have two types of dialog. One is design dialog, one is edit dialog. Then we have a sling model we just discussed. This sling model basically is used to interact with the database. So whatever web application part you are going to create, it must have a content, so Java content repository. So all the data needs to be fetched from that, and then again whatever data needs to be fetched and pushed, it is done using the dialog plus sling model. Then what is a template? So template is the root. Whenever you want to migrate any website, whenever you want to do anything in AEM, there should be a template, because template define how your page will look like. So it consists of rules and permissions. So what all components can be added, where those components can be added, what is the restriction. So all those things are there for template, so that the look and feel of the page is uniform. So whenever we are going to create any website, migrate any website, first of all we decide what all templates will be there, what all components needs to be added, and based upon that we decide for 3 4 components or 5 6 components, so that for author perspective there is no chance of doing any mistake. Because if some component is not supposed to be added on the page, it will not be shown in the component list. So this is basically AEM template. Then we have AEM connectors. So again, as the name signifies, AEM connectors are basically, it gives the feasibility to AEM to connect third party resources. It may be anything. It may be connection with another Adobe analytic part. It may be connection with Elasticsearch. So whatever extra thing that you want to do, so it is, in terms of scalability, it is not limited to what functionality already AEM is providing. If you want to add some more functionality, if you want to enhance the functionality of AEM, these third party connectors plays a very important role. Then what is content repository? So this content repository basically is used, so this is JCR, Java Content Repository, to store each and everything. So whatever you see in your AEM, your assets, your files, your data, so those all items are stored in AEM. That is called Java Content Repository. So it is basically key value pair, and again we can define new values. We can define new keywords also, key value pairs, just to give them a category. We can give them a tag, plus everything that needs to be stored, it is stored in JCR. Then what is AEM view part? So latest AEM view part is called Sightly. So again, it is basically HTML templating language. And why it is called Sightly? Because again, the way we are going to now write the code, it's now not on JSP based. It is very simple HTML based that looks very soothing to eyes. So it is called Sightly. So basically, these are the all basic questions that you must be aware if you are going to learn AEM, or if you have already learned, so at least these concepts should be very much clear to you. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe, and thank you for watching this video.